Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, and welcome to Memphis. My name is Susan Maynor, and I'm the Interim Senior Vice President of Economic Development for the Greater Memphis Chamber. We appreciate each and every one of you for taking your time today to let us tell you why Memphis and Shelby County, Tennessee is a great location for your next facility. We do have a full agenda today, and again, we will be recording this event for further use. Please make sure that you're muted and that your camera is off throughout the entire program. For the speakers, please unmute yourself and turn your camera on when it's time for you to speak. We do want to get to everyone's questions, so please use the chat feature in Microsoft Teams platform to enter your questions. If we don't get to your question today, our team will follow up with you as soon as possible. If you would like to meet with us later today, please sign up through the matchmaking platform, or you can contact me directly at smaynor@memphischamber.com. Before we get started, I want to thank our sponsors, without whom today's event would not be possible. Thank you so much to our friends at Select USA, the University of Memphis, and the Tennessee Valley Consulting. Everyone could please mute themselves for some background noise. Did we just mute everybody? Okay, we're trying. Our first guest today is Joseph C. Simsar, the Acting Undersecretary for the Department of Commerce for International Trade. Mr. Simsar, in his role, he plans, determines, and coordinates policy and directs all the activities of the International Trade Administration. Welcome to Memphis, Mr. Simsar. Thank you, sir.
Well, thanks very much for that kind introduction, Susan. I am very pleased to welcome you to today's Select USA virtual tour of Memphis, Tennessee, featuring the Greater Memphis Region strengths in its healthcare and advanced manufacturing sector. Today's webinar is part of ITA's new series, Select USA Virtual Tours. As Susan mentioned, my name is Joe Simsar, and I serve as the Acting Undersecretary for International Trade at the United States Department of Commerce. I am pleased to be with you today and look forward to a great presentation led by the Greater Memphis Chamber of Commerce. I would like to thank the Select USA team for developing this impressive series of virtual events, including virtual tours of regions across the United States, like this event featuring Memphis today. As some of you may know, Select USA is the government-wide initiative dedicated to advancing the Trump administration's trade and economic agenda by fostering job-creating business investment into the United States. Since its inception, Select USA has facilitated more than $78 billion in investment, creating and retaining over 95,000 U.S. jobs. In fiscal year 2019 alone, Select USA facilitated more than $18.5 billion in investment. Keeping in line with the economic policies of the Trump administration, we have worked hard to make the U.S. the #1 destination for business investment, ensuring economic growth and creating opportunities for hardworking Americans. In fact, just recently, the A.T. Kearney FDI Confidence Index once again ranked the U.S. the #1 investment destination for CEOs of some of the world's largest corporations. In Tennessee alone, in 2017, 182,000 U.S. jobs were directly supported by majority foreign-owned affiliates, and a total of 372 announced greenfield investment projects were reported in the state. And we are happy to hear from Tennessee officials that in 2019, Tennessee announced 34 foreign direct investment projects representing 4,428 net new jobs to the volunteer state. The Trump administration is working hard to create an environment in which companies operating in the U.S. can flourish. We're reducing burdensome regulations, we've lowered tax rates, and we've focused on protecting IP and on improving infrastructure. In short, we're doing everything in our power to make it easier and less expensive for companies to expand their operations by doing business here in the U.S. Until we are able to gather in person, and by the way, my gosh, how we would have loved to gather in person in Memphis and enjoy the wonderful barbecue that you have. The Select USA team will continue partnering with economic development organizations to offer virtual tours of selected locations across the U.S. The team is also conducting a myriad of other types of virtual programming, and I'd encourage you to sign up for updates so you can keep up to date on the latest. Next year, international companies will have the opportunity to tour the locations that we are showcasing via our virtual tour series in person, following the 2021 Select USA Investment Summit, which will take place June 6th through 9th in Washington, D.C. Registration for the 2021 Select USA Investment Summit will open in the fall, and we would invite you all to apply at that time. I would like to strongly encourage international companies joining the virtual tour today to take full advantage of the opportunity to schedule one-on-one virtual matchmaking meetings with members of the Memphis Chamber of Commerce during the remainder of the day today. One-on-one virtual matchmaking sign-up details were provided along with your registration instructions for this event, but please contact right away at susaevents@trade.gov if you have not received that information and would like to take advantage of the opportunity to meet virtually with our host. Meetings are taking place immediately after this webinar and for the rest of the day only. Select USA and our colleagues located in the U.S. Commercial Service in Memphis are here to assist your company if you have any questions. In closing, let me thank all of you for your time today. We are so pleased to work with you and wish you health and safety during these times. It is now my honor to yield the floor to Governor Bill Lee, but I'll transition back to you, Mrs. Susan, to kick that off. Thank you so much and have a wonderful day.
Thank you so much, Mr. Simsar. We truly appreciate it. Now, as he said, we have a brief welcome from the Honorable Bill Lee, Governor of the great state of Tennessee. I want to thank Governor Lee, his staff, and our partners at the Tennessee Department of Economic and Community Development for producing this great welcome video. Thank you, Governor Lee. Now on to our next. Memphis is known for its basketball teams, and all great teams have a great coach. It's no different in economic development, and we have one of the best teams in the world. It is now my privilege to introduce you to our Memphis coach, the Honorable Jim Strickland, Mayor of the City of Memphis, the city that truly has momentum. Mayor Strickland, you can turn your camera on and turn on your mic.
Thank you very much, Susan. Prior to the COVID-19 pandemic, which hit Memphis in March, we often talked about how Memphis has momentum. In the last few years, $15 billion of development in our city, 20,000 net new jobs. We did this in a variety of ways and as a team, but a couple of ways city government operated was we doubled our infrastructure budget. We're paving more roads. We put an emphasis on public safety. We had a net increase of 200 officers with a commitment to hire even more. We built up our fiscal strength, increased our reserves, and which resulted in an increased bond rating. We really tried to work on creating a quality workforce, and Tennessee's the only state in the country that has free community college and trade schools. At city government, we try to move government at the speed of private business. We're an active member of the economic development team. We even created a position in city government, our deputy chief operating officer, to be a concierge of sorts for all your permitting and infrastructure needs. If it's sewers or electric or whatever the deal is, we created this position so you have a one-stop shop to get that done. And I'll use Amazon as an example. When they built their fulfillment center in Memphis, that person who's Kyle Veazey, who's on this call right now, he got all parties in the room together, everyone who gives out a permit. And those permits were approved within days, not the normal government world of weeks or months. We got it done in days. We are hungry for your business. We want you here. We will do everything we can to make it easy to do business here and to incentivize it. We think we have a great area for your business, and I look forward to hopefully meeting you someday in person. Thank you, Susan.
Thank you, Mayor Strickland. And we do realize now that the governor's video was not on. We will try to fix that, and maybe we can show that at the end of the event. Sorry so much for technology is great when it works. Thank you again. Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Another great player on our team is the Tennessee Department of Economic and Community Development. They work every day to make sure that Tennessee is a great place to do business. Whether you're growing a business in Tennessee or want to start a new business in Tennessee, they are here to assist you and help you succeed. Joining us today is our friend, Deputy Commissioner Alan Borden. Thank you, Alan.
Susan, good morning. Mayor Strickland, certainly good to see you this morning as well, and we appreciate all of your great comments. As Susan's mentioned, my name is Alan Borden. I have the privilege of serving as the Deputy Commissioner for the Tennessee Department of Economic and Community Development. So in this role, I have the privilege of working with Commissioner Bobby Rolfe and Governor Bill Lee to attract foreign direct investment to our great state. One of the things that we're very proud of here in Tennessee is how we go about recruiting FDI to our state. We're committed to recruiting international businesses to Tennessee from all around the globe. In fact, we have 7 international representatives working across the world, covering 13 countries. And this would include Japan, South Korea, China, Great Britain, Germany, Italy, Spain, and several other countries over in the European Union. In fact, some of these countries are featured here today. So we find this team of ours, led by Masami Tyson, our Director of FDI and Trade, really invaluable to our recruitment efforts. And since 2015, ECD has supported approximately 200 FDI projects in Tennessee. These business investments have accounted for nearly 31,000 jobs and $8.8 billion in capital investment in Tennessee. Some of our most recent examples of success include Volkswagen over in southeastern Tennessee. They have their U.S. assembly plant here, and they're in the process of expanding that plant to start building electric vehicles in Chattanooga. Last year, LG Electronics from Korea opened a $360 million state-of-the-art manufacturing facility in Clarksville, Tennessee, in the middle part of our state. And just 2 weeks ago, they produced its 1 millionth washing machine there. More importantly for today's event, in December, Husong Heavy Industries announced that the company would locate their very first U.S. production operations right here in beautiful Memphis, Tennessee. That was an $87 million investment and represented the creation of over 400 new jobs right here in the Memphis area. So the coronavirus, no doubt, has had an impact on our economy here in Tennessee, just as it has on many economies across the globe right now. But we're beginning to turn the lights back up, and we're very excited about that. And we still have commerce going on here in Tennessee, and things are getting brighter and better each and every single day. In fact, just over the last few weeks, we've had a number of economic development project announcements here, totaling more than 2,500 new jobs and over $1 billion in capital investment. So let me share with you a little bit about the state's great partnership with the Greater Memphis area. So at the end of the day, as Bobby Rolfe loves to say, a company has to fall in love not only with the state, but also with the local community. And I can assure you that Memphis is a world-class community. They are one of the finest cities that we have right here in Tennessee. And you know, they represent global commerce in so many ways. And they have been working extremely hard along with us, Select USA, TVA, and our other stakeholders to continue to not only attract foreign direct investment to its great city, but also work with those international companies that are already there in Memphis and help them to continue to grow, which is so important. So with that, I would like to just close by thanking our various different partners that we're working with. We certainly appreciate Undersecretary, you and your organization, the Department of Commerce and Select USA for sponsoring this event today. The University of Memphis, Ted, I've got on my Memphis blue today. So this is in honor of one of our great universities located here in our state. The Memphis Chamber, we appreciate you so much and what you do, and certainly the city of Memphis and Shelby County. So Susan, thank you very much for this opportunity, and we hope to see many more companies visit Memphis in the state of Tennessee in the near future. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Alan, and thank you so much for wearing your Memphis blue today. We appreciate that. Now we are very fortunate to have the Tennessee Valley Authority. They're also on our team. Not only do they assist businesses, they also assist communities every day to make sure that they are ready for the next company looking for a location in the United States. Welcome, Aaron Stewart, the Senior Consultant for Economic Development in West Tennessee. Thank you, Aaron.
Thank you, Susan. On behalf of the Tennessee Valley Authority and along with our partners here in Memphis, I'd like to welcome you to Select Memphis USA. The Tennessee Valley Authority, TVA, is a large economic development organization and the country's largest public power company, representing 7 southeastern states, Tennessee and parts of Kentucky, Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia, North Carolina, and Virginia. TVA carries out its mission to serve the nearly 10 million people living in our region through its work in providing low-cost, reliable energy, environmental stewardship, and economic development. TVA Economic Development works to attract new companies and investment to the region, engage with existing industries, and serve with our partners, including the Memphis Chamber, Memphis Light, Gas, and Water, the state of Tennessee, and others to help create economic growth. Companies find value in TVA's central location, a robust transportation network, and economical cost environment. In addition to competitively priced and highly reliable electric power, companies seeking to locate and invest in the TVA region have access to a multitude of resources to aid in their location search. These services include market analysis and research, real estate services, conceptual engineering, greenfield site evaluations, project management activities, and financial incentive programs. TVA is a mission-based organization and all of our economic development and site selection services are offered at no cost to companies. TVA is proud to sponsor Select Memphis USA and looks forward to supporting your company's efforts in doing business in Memphis and the Greater Tennessee Valley region. Thank you again for joining us today. Thank you, Susan.
Thanks. Thanks, Aaron. I really do appreciate everything y'all do for us. Now, to get to the meat of the meeting today, I would like to introduce you to some of our local business leaders to let you hear firsthand about the experiences of doing business in Memphis. Would all of our panelists please unmute yourselves and turn on your camera? Okay. Our first panelist is Fred Cerruti, the Vice President of Manufacturing for KTG USA. KTG is owned by Kruger Products, headquartered in Canada. They are Canada's leading manufacturer of quality tissue products for home, industrial, and commercial use. Their manufacturing facility has been a part of the Memphis scene for well over 60 years. In 2002, Kruger Inc. acquired the Memphis facility and formed a new company, Kruger Products KTG USA. Since then, the Memphis facility has played an increasingly important role in their U.S. market. Today, KTG has over 500 employees in Uptown Memphis. Next, please welcome Laura Whitsitt, Senior Vice President for Research and Development for Orthopedics for Smith & Nephew. Headquartered in the United Kingdom, Smith & Nephew acquired Richards Medical Company, a Memphis-based orthopedic company, in 1986. Since coming to Memphis, Smith & Nephew has evolved its local operations to become the commercial and research and development hub for the company's orthopedic business. In addition to orthopedic manufacturing, Smith & Nephew has commercial and marketing site also in Memphis, which houses a state-of-the-art innovation center and a surgeon's training lab. Laura's responsibilities include product development, research and technology, and product support. Next on our panel is Memphis entrepreneur Kayla Rodriguez-Graff, the CEO and co-founder of Sweet Bio. Sweet Bio is market-ready medical device with a new platform material poised to revolutionize advanced wound care from hospital to home. Their first product, Memphis, offers a triple action approach through the proprietary 3-in-1 technology to treat acute and chronic wounds. Founded in 2015 in Memphis, Tennessee, Sweet Bio has raised $4 million in seed funding and is a female and minority-led business. Kayla is a thought-provoking business leader specialized in disruptive business models. Thank you everyone for agreeing to join us today. I want to get started with our questions since we do have limited amount of time. First, I want to start with Smith & Nephew and KTG. Both of you, the company has been in Memphis for many years. Has doing business different now from when you first located in Memphis? Laura, let's start with you.
Okay, great. Can everyone hear? Can you hear me, Susan? Just to confirm.
Yes, we can.
Okay, great. Hello, everyone. Glad to be here today and share a little bit about Smith & Nephew and our business in Memphis. Our orthopedic business began in Memphis as Richards Manufacturing Company in 1934, and we only had a few employees at that time. Smith & Nephew, as Susan mentioned, purchased Richards Medical in 1986, and today we have over 2,600 employees working in Memphis with 17,000 total employees. Our business has really changed over time. Over the last several years, Memphis has grown into the second largest orthopedic device ecosystem in the U.S., home to 4 major orthopedic companies, and we have numerous suppliers in the greater Memphis area. So certainly a lot of change within Memphis and within our company over time. Lots of growth, especially.
All right, hello. I hope everybody's doing well. For our company, KTG Kruger, couple things. We came to Memphis in 2002. When we started here, we probably had less than 100 employees. We had about 4 converting lines. So Over the years to 2020, we're now over 500 employees. We have multiple paper machines as well as multiple converting lines. So our business has changed quite a bit. We started mostly with shipping all our products over, trucking. And over the years, with the increase of rail and things like that, we moved to rail with CN, United Pacific, and then we got good old FedEx here. So that's helped us quite a bit, moving some of our samples all over the world. So the business itself has grown, but for the city itself, Memphis has done a lot to revitalize the city. So our business has grown with our recruiting as well, because the city downtown, we're basically centrally located right outside of downtown, and it allows us to recruit significantly, different demographics of folks, different age groups to come here in Memphis. So it's grown and it's changed. We see it continually growing.
Thank you, Fred. Kayla, we're not leaving you out. How has Sweet Bio, how has the university and the Memphis community assisted in your company's growth? Because you are a relatively young company.
Yes, everyone can hear me okay? Awesome. Well, good morning, good afternoon, good evening to all of you, and thank you for joining and learning a little bit more about Memphis. I'll tell you, I'm not a native Memphian. I moved from Washington, D.C. to Minneapolis, out to San Francisco, and when I was starting a company, we took a look at the national landscape and we said, where could we have the most success? And we looked at the resources and the quality of expertise, as well as, where could we have the most support? And Memphis was at the top of that list. So we were fortunate to have built a technology out of the University of Memphis and have that, of course, university support, but that's where most universities stop supporting, is really when you create that technology. Where it gets really exciting is how do you turn that into a business? And Memphis is poised for some really extraordinary things. So because of that deep partnership, we were able to get the technology out of the university and start to commercialize it. So we're actually in early sales now, and we're officing at the brand new research park on the university campus. So we had a chance to create this space that really fosters creativity and innovation, and it's such a beautiful space. I hope that you get a chance to see some photos and then hopefully come and see it for yourself in person. But the university has been that partner along with us, de-risking some of our biggest moves as a medical device company that requires a lot of assets, a lot of knowledge to be successful. And so you have the university, which is then wrapped uniquely with the rest of the city. So again, most universities, they help you create your technology and let you fly. Not only did they foster us, but they're deeply ingrained in the Memphis community. So I have been part of many chamber initiatives. I've served on both mayors, young professional boards. I've been fortunate to be part of several other organizations like Life Science and Epicenter board. So long story short, I had a chance to come to a city that fully embraced me, allowed me an opportunity to grow, and truly gave Sweet Bio the best opportunity to succeed. And we're now off to the races with the company. So it's been wonderful so far, and even more to come.
Thanks so much, Kayla. Thank you all of y'all for that input. Memphis is known as the town of the 4 R's: river, rail, runway, and road. How has your company benefited from being located in Memphis with our world-class distribution and transportation assets, not only to the North America, but worldwide? Laura, you want to start with us?
Sure. As you know, Memphis is central to the country and a main logistics hub. And for this reason, Smith & Nephew chose to put our global distribution center in Memphis, Tennessee. It's our largest distribution center around the world, and it distributes products around the world daily. Getting medical products to patients reliably and expediently is critical to patients and healthcare providers. And the wide variety of transportation carriers that are available in Memphis, including obviously FedEx, allows us to choose solutions that best meet our customer needs.
I guess I'm next, Susan. So For us here at KTG, obviously, we are a Canadian-based company, so Memphis is really our cross dock. So we get some products that come from what I call the north, and then we cross dock and go across. One of the great things about Memphis, we have two major highways. You can get to either coast or go north and more south as well. So from a shipping standpoint, it's one of the, just because we're centrally in the United States, it works out really well. And I talked about it earlier with the CN and Union Pacific. We're able to bring in our raw materials from all over. Comes off of a boat, in Texas, comes on CN rail to Memphis. So we're able to get our raw materials as well as ship all of our finished goods across the country. And our product, for those that don't know what KTG does, we make tissue, right? In our pandemic, tissue is king. But we're able to get that, fairly easy with the transportation that we have here in Memphis. Big carriers that ship trucks. We have the CN as well as FedEx, who allows us to do a lot of things. So from a shipping standpoint, it is a phenomenal location to get products east, west, south, and north.
And I can answer just a startup small company perspective. Our reputation is everything when we start and right now. So to have the ability, especially with FedEx being here, to get something overnight or 2-day and know that it's going to get there, it is a make or break deal for us as a small company. So it is critical for us to have that infrastructure to be able to deliver and really land these first early companies for us, customers for us to be successful.
Thank y'all, that was great. Now for our next question, we all know that workforce is very important in any endeavor someone takes into Memphis. When training your workforce, are you able to work with the regional colleges and community colleges to help with not only recruiting, but training and retaining? Fred, let's start with you this time.
Yes, ma'am. So yes, we partner, I'll talk about Southwest first. So we've partnered with Southwest for probably the last 7 years. And our partnership includes, industrial readiness program. When I mean partner, it's not just they teach, we provide, the equipment that we would need for folks to be trained on. We also have an intern program that we partner with them where they put an 18-month school training program for, whether it's our operators, whether it's our maintenance, or someone from external. So we partner them quite a bit, as well as the University of Memphis. We have quite a bit of interns here. We probably have a total of, over the last probably 2 years, probably 10 different interns that's come through, and we've hired full time as well. So it's a big link with the colleges, whether it's the junior colleges, whether it's the universities. It's really been a good point. And, I'm not just saying it for the chamber. The chamber's really helped us where we come short or we don't know a resource. Susan knows. I'll pick up the phone and give her a call to get a resource. Who should we be connecting with? Who can help us? So it's been a very good resource, the chamber as well as the universities.
Hey, Kayla, you want to go next?
Sure, yeah. So we have worked with, I believe, all the universities over the last 5 years that we've been here, specifically on the medical device space. One of the initiatives I think is really neat is that there's obviously Memphis has a huge community, number 2 city for exports, a number 2 medical device city. It's the number 1 export for the state of Tennessee. But the Greater Memphis Medical Device Council is this conglomerate of medical device companies here in Memphis, and it is deeply ingrained and coordinated with the universities and the community colleges. So what's fantastic is to see it's not just about having a great university or great companies where Memphis excels at that in the sector. And so to see some of the initiatives, whether it's apprenticeship programs, training programs for key roles that are needed, like milling and machining, to see those coordinated efforts is just fantastic. And I haven't seen that in any other city I've lived in. Personally, I've had the opportunity, again, from Sweet Bio, to take part in a lot of the events the universities host. So there is this, again, I can't speak enough to this because it was one of the reasons why we came here, the ability to connect and develop myself as a leader, but also add top talent to Sweet Bio. So of the next few hires that we're planning at the company, we do see them from Memphis. Incredible talent here.
Thanks so much. Laura?
Sure. Similar to Fred and Kayla, we have very strong partnership with our regional colleges. And we have numerous employees that are either taking advantage of the free education that the mayor spoke about earlier, or are utilizing tuition assistance from Smith & Nephew to attend classes at local universities and community colleges, whether it's for medical device finishing, medical device machining, or advanced degrees. We've also collaborated with community colleges to develop talent pipelines, particularly for machinists, finishers, and other skilled labor roles, as these are really critical for our business and always in high demand.
Time for one more question, because we still have our great keynote speaker to look forward to. But if each of you could, like, if there's one attendee on this webinar today that's an international company that's considering doing business in Memphis, what's a piece of advice you would give this company? Laura?
Sure. I think for all the reasons we've discussed today, I would highly recommend Memphis as a location to start or expand a business. I suggest reaching out to the Chamber of Commerce to address any questions you have and to help you with your planning process. The Chamber has really assisted Smith & Nephew with numerous issues over the years, including preparation and management of pilot applications and advocating for infrastructure improvements in the areas surrounding our facilities. So we would love to have you and welcome any new business that would come to Memphis. So come join us.
All right, Kayla, you got anything?
Memphis is an accelerator. I mean, many people think of accelerators as a program that a startup would go through, but just like that program that brings mentors to the table and industry connections and deep knowledge, Memphis is that city for acceleration. It's primed for momentum, and I'm confident in our ability to take what we've learned in many established industries. You know, you hear us talk about medical device. Memphis has it figured out, and it continues to figure out what the next generation looks like. And I welcome you to come see for yourself when we can the acceleration potential that Memphis has. You will be pleasantly surprised.
Thanks so much, Fred. Finish up with you.
All right, so I can't say it better than the two before me. Please, if you're thinking about starting, expanding your business in Memphis, you really should come look at it. Memphis has a lot to offer. The one advice that I would say is, I think, Laura already said it, is definitely touch base with the Chamber of Commerce. That's a big one. The Memphis, also, the Mayor Strickland's office, he's helped our business several times. Our CEOs come talk to him. So I'd reach out to those two, would be my advice. As far as the city, I'm a University of Memphis grad. There's a lot going on in the university. There's a lot going on in the city. There's a lot going on in the town. So I would really recommend, if you're looking to come to the United States, definitely come look at Memphis.
Thanks so much, and I really want to thank our panelists. It's kind of odd having things like this where you don't hear the loud applause, but thank you so much, because every time I need something done, these three are on my list, and that's a very bad place to be at times. But we do appreciate all your help and everything y'all do for us. Thank you so very much. Now, it is my great honor to introduce to you one of Tennessee's Women of the Century and the current president and CEO of the Greater Memphis Chamber, my boss, Beverly Robertson. You're welcome, Beverly.
Thank you so much. Susan, what a fantastic event this morning. So good morning and welcome to this virtual showcase of what's great about my city, Memphis, Tennessee. Now, after hearing from Laura and Fred and Kayla, I hope you now understand why businesses love to come here, grow here, and stay here. And hopefully by the close of this event, you will share those same sentiments as well. I have the special honor this morning of introducing Ted Townsend, our keynote speaker. Ted has amassed more than 15 years of experience in economic development. Ted joined the University of Memphis in 2018 as the first ever Chief Economic Development and Government Relations Officer of the university, and he serves as well on the President's Council. Ted leads the university's economic development activities in Memphis and Jackson, Tennessee, and oversees the university's Cruz Center for Entrepreneurship, the university's Neighborhood Development Corporation, the University of Memphis's Research Foundation, and the Government Relations and Policy Division. Ted, that sounds like a lot of jobs to me. Ted previously served as Deputy Commissioner and Chief Operating Officer of the Tennessee Department of Economic and Community Development, where he oversaw the department's day-to-day affairs. During his 7 years there, the state announced over 1,100 projects, committing 155,000 new jobs, backed by over $32 billion in private sector capital investment. Now, prior to becoming Chief Operating Officer, Ted was Assistant Commissioner of Strategy, where he provided management over multiple divisions, which included innovation, small business, rural development, federal programs, and the department's Center for Economic Research in Tennessee. Mr. Townsend also served the Department of Tennessee's Economic Development as the first regional director over the Greater Memphis Region. And before joining the staff at the Tennessee Department of Economic Development, Ted was also an entrepreneur, serving as the co-founder and chief operating officer of Argentis Pharmaceuticals, Inc. of Memphis, Tennessee. So an economic development professional and entrepreneur, a man for all seasons. He's a proud graduate of the University of Memphis and was a member of Leadership Tennessee and Leadership Memphis's executive program in 2019. He served on numerous boards and is the current chairman of the board for Life Science Tennessee. Ted advocates fiercely at the local, state, and national levels for new investment. He believes in the assets of the marketplace and articulately sells them to others, and is committed to positioning this city and region as a great place in which to invest and grow. So please join me now in welcoming our keynote speaker, Mr. Ted Townsend. Weird.
Well, Beverly, I'm going to take my mask off for that one. That was fantastic. Thank you so much. And I want to welcome this international audience. But before doing that, I want to thank our partners. You've heard it from Beverly's enthusiasm. She is a dynamo and champion for Memphis. And her nonprofit experience is very deep, and she understands the philanthropic community. But her private sector and business acumen is off the charts. And she is our leader. She is our chief marketer of Memphis, along with the mayor of Memphis. And I thank Mayor Strickland as well for his participation today. Susan, you've done a great job, you and your team, for organizing this event. We know it's not easy. To Secretary Simsar, thank you so much. I've got a lot of experience with the Department of Commerce and Select USA from my time back in the state, and we are thrilled to host you virtually in Memphis today. My former colleague and Commissioner Borden at the state, appreciate you wearing that tiger blue today, buddy. It means a lot to me because normally he bleeds orange from the other universities in our state. And then to TVA as well. Aaron Stewart is always someone that we can count on to bring the power, literally, to every economic development deal that this city sees. It's a formidable team. I mean, we get economic development here, and we understand that when businesses consider relocation into the U.S. or expansion in the U.S., these are highly complex financial transactions. And the team that spoke today, as well as many others that you don't see today, are fully dedicated to making sure you have the full data room of all of the variables that are necessary to make informed business decisions about why you locate somewhere. I can tell you right now, there is no better market in the US for cost of entry, and ease of business, and ultimate success than Memphis, Tennessee. We are the home of FedEx. That's not by mistake. It is by geography, and it is by strategic decisions that have kept FedEx here, and they've doubled down on their investment over the decades of their presence, most recently announcing their $1 billion investment into their world hub. We are all about soft landings here in Memphis. We are about welcoming you. And let me tell you, if we could, we would roll out the tiger blue carpet to make sure that you have the best experience in Memphis that you possibly can. And we will get there one day. Make no mistake, regardless of this pandemic, the therapeutics, the vaccines, the treatments, all that will be developed will absolutely be marked by Memphis's imprint, by delivering those crucially across the planet. We're very proud of that. And we're going to do our part to make sure that you get there. You get here, have a great experience, and certainly look to the future for you calling Memphis home. It is my privilege, as Beverly indicated, serving the University of Memphis in a very unique way. When I came into this role, leaving the state of Tennessee's economic development, President Rudd and our Board of Trustees entrusted me in participating in economic development at a very active level. I've mentioned many times, economic development and government relations are a full contact sport, and it takes someone being on the field, dedicated and focused on this. We're doing really novel things regarding economic development here at the University of Memphis. We're at the intersection of so many things, from higher ed and research to human and intellectual capital development. We actually deploy a workforce of over 4,500 new graduates every year. Those graduates equal 110 million new payroll wages to our state's economy every year. We are at the intersection of commerce, where we have novel and innovative partnerships with the private sector, where we merge and leverage the business acumen that we bring to this so that we deliver new technologies, commercialize them, and then also help enhance businesses and their issues that they're dealing with on a daily basis. I'm going to highlight a couple of our centers of excellence. But before that, I will let you know that the University of Memphis was established in 1912. We have nearly 1,000 faculty here on campus in Memphis and in Jackson. That means that we have a 15-to-1 student to faculty ratio, which we're very proud of. We have 8 colleges and 6 schools with an annual operating budget of over $550 million. Our annual research expenditures equate to $70 million each year. We have 21 state chairs of excellence, and our 2019 freshman class, which was over 2,600 incoming new freshmen Tigers, was the largest freshman class that we've ever had. The last 2 years, we've had our largest graduating classes ever. We have 36 research centers and institutes here on our campuses. We have 5 state centers of excellence and 3 nationally designated research centers. We provide over 250 bachelor degrees, 54 master's degrees, and 26 doctoral degrees, including our Juris Doctorate. We have 44 graduate certificate programs, many of those programs perfectly designed by our private sector. Businesses who have come to us and said, we need this particular skill set. We don't see it in the market. Can you help us create it? We've done that to great success. Many of our programs are nationally ranked. And in fact, last year, for the first time ever, all of our graduate, undergraduate, and doctoral programs have been ranked by the U.S. News and World Report as a top-tier university. We're very proud of that. We are the 2nd largest university in the state of Tennessee. We have a very diverse community with 46% minority, 47% of those are Pell eligible, and 34% of our students are first generation. The university is very proud of meeting our students where they are. We understand that there are trying social economic backgrounds that these students are coming from. And affordability and access is chief among our areas of focus here at the university. We provide over $40 million in institutional aid every year to our students. We have the largest honors college in the state of Tennessee with over 2,200 students. And our total enrollment is at 22,000. And that is our bachelor's, graduate, and doctoral level students combined. We are in the process now of pursuing a Carnegie R1 research classification. That is basically the national ranking of research universities in the US. At present, the university is a Carnegie R2, but we are ranked 39th among all of the US universities in the Carnegie classification R2. R1 matters. The ROI of R1 is tremendous, and I'll share some information about that in a moment. As far as economic impact, the University of Memphis is a standout for the Memphis localized economy. We support nearly 10,000 jobs here in Memphis with an annual labor income of nearly $500 million, and our total economic impact every year is over $1 billion. The University of Memphis is a stable and recurring economic driver for this community, and our activity, our research, and our investments make it one of Tennessee's major economic nodes. I'll talk a little bit about the centers of excellence that we have that I named earlier. And these are highlighted because of the sectors of industry that we focus on here at the university. The Center of Excellence for Mobile Sensor Data to Knowledge, or MD2K, is the nation's leading research center for developing the next generation of wearable sensing technologies for improving health and wellness. Headquartered here at the University of Memphis in our FedEx Institute of Technology, MD2K brings together world-renowned research experts in artificial intelligence, computer science, electrical engineering, medicine, behavioral psychology, and statistical learning from 13 R1 research universities. We also have the Center for Information Assurance, which stands as a nationally designated center of academic excellence in cyber defense education and research. This is designated by the National Security Agency and the Department of Homeland Security. Among multiple different research areas, current focuses include negative authentication, adaptive multi-factor authentication, smart grid security, and game theory and cybersecurity. As I mentioned, we have the FedEx Institute of Technology. This is truly the hub of advanced technology and research organization in the Memphis area, and it functions as a catalyst for interdisciplinary research and innovation in emerging technologies by supporting cross-campus research innovation clusters. These clusters focus on areas such as intelligent design, drones, cybersecurity testing, biologistics, autonomous vehicles, robotics, smart biomaterials, additive manufacturing, precision medicine, data science, and smart cities. We have over 36 research clusters here on campus, and much of that activity is organized here at the FedEx Institute of Technology. We also launched a couple of years ago the UMRF Ventures program. This is a for-profit entity created under the University of Memphis Research Foundation, which focuses on working with the private sector in very novel ways. One of those ways is with FedEx, where they have outsourced some of their traditional services like call centers to our students who are working up to 20 hours per week dedicated to making FedEx who they are. And it's one of the most efficient companies on the planet. As Kayla mentioned, and let me just say, we're thrilled to have the partnerships that you heard about. Who better from it to come from than these executives? Laura Whitsitt sits on our HERF Engineering College Advisory Board. Kayla sits on our Research Park Advisory Board and is one of our company citizens. And Fred, as you heard, employs a lot of Tigers, both in internships and full-time employment. We're very proud of that partnership and that success. At the Research Park of U of M, that launched in the early months of 2019, And since that time, we have located 40 businesses in the park. They are operating the nexus of their operations there at the park. Sweet Bio is one of those. We also have Green Mountain Technology, which is the largest parcel spend management company in the world. They have 2 of their high-tech advanced industry teams that are located at our park. We also have helped launch Prospero Healthcare, which is a palliative healthcare company, a $52 million startup from United Healthcare, and they're hiring hundreds of new jobs in the Memphis market. We offer what we call a concierge level of service at the park. It's not about real estate. It's about proximity to our campus. It's about access to a highly trained workforce with our students who will eventually become their full-time employees. It's proximity to our research assets, our researchers and our research labs on campus that are incredibly appealing to these businesses. Kayla said, Memphis is an accelerator. The U of M is the fuel to that accelerator. Make no mistake. Our research park was, in this last year, selected by the U.S. Department of Commerce for the Global Innovation and Science Technology Program. It was a highly competitive application process. We were the new kids on the block, but out of over 30 applicants, only 7 were selected, and our research park was one of those. It is because we are dedicated to soft landings. We are dedicated to providing that level of service so that businesses can enter the U.S. market cost effectively, have access to the resources and connections to make sure their business models succeed. We are serious about that, and we have a lot of fun doing it as well. Most recently, I launched through our research park what we call Project Palos. That's our international expansion to international markets where we're recruiting in industry sectors that have inherent ties to our research enterprise here on campus. We focus on the medical devices, logistics, healthcare, cybersecurity, and we've had tremendous success. In fact, we are working right now in the Czech Republic. We'll be announcing a couple of successes here in the near term, focused on the medical device industry. And if I can leave you with anything, I want you to know that yes, we are in higher education. We are an academic institution, an esteemed one for our state, but we approach the entire community from a private sector lens. You have my dedication to making sure that when we have the opportunity to travel, you come here to the US, we'll host you, we'll show you our business assets here on campus, and we'll make sure that you know you have a higher education partner when you get here. Thanks very much for your time.
Can we get the governor? Thank you, Ted. Now we're going to end up re-showing the video from Governor Lee that did not have audio this morning because we want to make sure that y'all hear what he has to say. Thank you so much. What do you think? While we're waiting on that, if you're interested in leveraging the strategic central location of Memphis, a location where you can reach over 90% of the global GDP within 72 hours, please get in touch with us and let us help you build your next facility in Memphis, Tennessee. Again, I can be reached at smaynor@memphischamber.com. And I think we're still having some technical difficulties.
Yeah, very good.
Okay.
See if they can hear it.
Hey everyone, I'm Governor Bill Lee. On behalf of myself and the Greater Memphis Chamber, I'd like to welcome you all to this Select USA virtual event. You know, foreign direct investment plays a big role in the success of our economic development efforts here in Tennessee, and we're proud to be home to over 1,000 foreign-owned companies that employ nearly 150,000 Tennesseans. These companies have invested over $37 billion in our state, which is why we continue to have such a commitment to global business recruitment. Memphis has a lot to offer the companies that we recruit, from healthcare to logistics, from FedEx to Smith & Nephew. Memphis is the choice location of brands from all over the world. I thank you for joining us here virtually in Memphis and look forward to working with each one of you in the future.
Thank you, Governor Lee. Thank you, Select USA, University of Memphis. We can't do it without you. TVA and all of our partners in economic development, Department of Economic Development, Memphis Light, Gas and Water, Workforce Investment Network. I hope I hadn't let the EDGE group, the Economic Development Growth Engine for Memphis and Shelby County. We can't do it without all of our partners and all of our teams, especially Coach Strickland. I hope to see some of y'all, I'll be meeting with some of y'all this afternoon. Hope to see a lot of y'all soon, and hopefully next year you can come to Memphis. We'll give you some barbecue. Thanks so much, and we appreciate everything. Thank you.